Hello and welcome. I'm Bryn Brown, and today we're talking about human design. What is it and why should you care? So we'll start with just a brief overview of the history of human design, give you some of the basic terminology that you might need to know when you're starting your experience with human design, and then how you can fold that into a day-to-day using the knowledge that you gain from a human design chart reading. So to start, human design is actually a fairly new system. It was brought to us in 1987 by a man called Ra Uru Hu. And it's actually a synthesis of a number of ancient philosophies. So we're working together with astrology, the I Ching, the Kabbalah, tree of life, as well as what you may find to be more familiar, the traditional chakra system. So human design is a little bit different from the traditional system, but you'll certainly see that reflected in your chart. It also brings in some elements of quantum physics. So this is ancient systems as well as some new knowledge, relatively speaking. So human design is considered the science of differentiation. So what we're looking at when you pull up your chart in human design is a blueprint or a framework for understanding the energetic field around you. So everyone has what is commonly referred to as an aura. It's your energetic field. And that extends around you front and back, top and bottom, about double wingspan, right? So we have this huge energetic auric field. And when we understand the way the energy moves through our auric field and the way that our energy impacts others, then we can begin to understand how to move more into flow, right? How to work with that energy to create the experiences and the life that we really truly desire. So there's a lot of power in understanding your human design. Now, when you begin researching human design, I want to bring to your awareness that there are really two schools of thought that you might encounter. So there is the traditional human design teachings. You'll see that coming through sites like Jovian Archive. Okay, so that's sort of the main hub for traditional human design. Then there's a second school of thought, which is called quantum human design. And this was really brought to us by a student of Ra's named Karen Curry Parker. And she sort of put her own twist on the traditional human design, bringing in more quantum physics. So it's a higher vibration language to human design. And it's the biggest difference is the way that the work is approached. So in traditional human design, it's really about understanding who we're not. And once we peel back those layers and understood, okay, who am I not? Then we can ask the question, who am I meant to be, right? How am I meant to express myself? And quantum human design is more focused on who we can become and who we're meant to be and that really authentic expression. Okay, so I'm neutral in this. There are two schools of thought, and I just wanted to bring that to your awareness because you may see those two come up in your travels or research around human design. So in this science of differentiation, what we're really trying to understand is, again, how is energy moving through our auric field and how do we move into greater flow? So the terms that you might hear are conditioning and deconditioning. Okay, so conditioning is what we talk about when we see in terms of societal norms and our upbringing, right? The nature versus the nurture. So in the nurture experience, how are we conditioned to be in our life? How are we taught to show up? How are you taught to approach your career? Right? Is it, some people are taught you find one thing, many people are taught you find one thing and you work at that and you work for someone else and you get the benefits and then you retire. And that's not necessarily correct for everyone. So there's a level of homogenation in our society, and that has served us to some degree, and it's not necessarily going to continue to serve us in the evolution of humanity. So understanding where we've been conditioned helps us to move into deconditioning. So what is deconditioning? Well, deconditioning is starting to unravel these thoughts and these belief patterns that we've held on to so that we can become a more authentic expression of our energetic field, right? So we can become a true soul expression, right? So we're operating from a soul level rather than a conditioned level. Once we move into energetic alignment and we are really focused on deconditioning and becoming the expression that we're meant to be and the expression we're meant to have, then we can begin to move into energetic flow, meaning that we are reducing the unnecessary challenges and obstacles in our life so we can create more joy, more freedom, and all of the wonderful things that you want to bring into your life. Now, that's not to say that you won't ever have any challenges once you decondition fully and move into your, energetic flow. That's not realistic for the human experience. So everyone's going to face challenges at some point, right, in life, and the degree to, which they are facing those challenges may vary based on what you are meant to experience in this lifetime. But the point is with human design that we can begin to create much more ease, greater ease in our life, more flow, and remove any of those unnecessary obstacles that we may be creating for ourselves by being in conflict with our energy. Okay, so conditioning and deconditioning, right? Those are the two ends of the spectrum. So understanding where we're conditioned so that we can experiment with our deconditioning experience and begin to step into our unique soul expression. So the science of differentiation is commonly, what we refer to in terms of what human design is, and really understanding how everyone is so different. So how you are unique, how you are unique in this experience. So this can also help you to understand the rhythm and the pace that you're meant to move through life with, and that life is meant to move through you, right? So not everyone is designed to jackhammer away. Elizabeth Gilbert teaches this really beautiful analogy called the jackhammers and the hummingbirds, and how some people are designed to jackhammer away at things and work hard and just hammer away and make it happen. And other people are sort of lit up by this flower, and then they moved out into this flower. And I think that's such a beautiful analogy because not everyone is created the same. So understanding what is the correct pace or rhythm for your life might not be what you're running at currently. So understanding how human design, how your human design is made up will help you understand what is the appropriate pace or rhythm for you in your life. This system can also help you tap into your life purpose. And I'm not just speaking about work. I teach about business and entrepreneurship and leadership, but this isn't just, not everyone's life purpose is their job. Their life purpose isn't necessarily meant to be their job, but it really is, what is your soul designed to come here to do? And so when we can better understand our life purpose, it gives us this freedom and this validation to go out there and have these experiences that we're meant to have. That freedom and the validation I see, having done many, many chart readings, as I bring this into my work with clients, the validation of, seeing in your chart an aspect of yourself that maybe you really love and you want to amplify, or something that you've really turned your back on and judged yourself for. And then you see it in your chart, it can help you to really accept that part of you and validate that, yes, I am designed this way, and no, there is nothing wrong with it. So there's a lot of benefit to be had from understanding your human design chart. I will say, and Ra himself has been the first to say, this is not a religion. This isn't a belief system. It's not something that you have to buy into. Human design is something that you can take what resonates with you and roll with it. You can leave all the rest. Okay, so it's worth just dipping your toe in, maybe having a chart reading, understanding your human design type, your strategy, and your authority. Now, those three things are the most important when it comes to human design, the most important pieces to understand: your type, your strategy, and your authority. Walking away with just that information when you look at your chart, and then understanding what that means and how that applies to your life, will help you with your decision-making process so that you're making aligned decisions in your life. Again, increasing the amount of ease and flow and reducing the number of obstacles that are unnecessary. So again, if you walk away with nothing else, understanding your type, strategy, and authority can be really powerful. I started personally by using Google and researching on my own. So again, Jovian Archive is a really great resource for understanding the traditional human design and getting, some starter information there. There are plenty of other websites out there that you can go to, but it all starts with running your chart. So I suggest for beginners to run their chart through mybodygraph.com, which I have the link in the description. And the reason I suggest that one is because it's interactive. So you can click on different parts and get a little bit of information, so you kind of know what you're looking at. Then from there, once you've done some research, or if you don't have the time or don't care to do the research, you can always book a chart reading session. So there are a number of human design chart readers out there. You can look for people who are quantum, human design specific, more traditional, human design chart interpreters, or people who don't fall into maybe necessarily either category. I do currently offer chart reading sessions, so we'll drop the link in the description as well, so you can book with me if that feels like a good fit for you. And I certainly encourage you to watch the next video, which is what to expect during a chart reading session, so that you're prepared going into it. You have expectations set that are realistic, and you can get the most out of your time with your practitioner. Okay, I hope that was helpful for today. Until we meet again, I'm wishing you all the best. We'll see you soon. Bye.